I don't have any money for
Automatic agrees.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Nope.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina,
Yeah, see, we
is
did that on the
feeling
first
mutual?
playthrough.
You have no idea how refreshing it can be.
So, like,
for a woman
technically
to
this
receive all the
playthrough-
pleasure she needs.
We don't really need to.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, you remember the
I was not supposed
name.
to talk about these things.
Devin's taking notes.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude...
Rest in peace.
I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Eh? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh shit, she's way too smart.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to
You
him?
resisted?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
We resisted the first time, and then the second time I was like, goodbye. Goodbye, Clay.
What can you tell me about your work?
You're
I'm a
going down
businesswoman.
this
I
time.
buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may
Good
find
morning.
use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite a
You're
blunt
quite
woman.
blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away
It's
from us
going.
then, if you don't
We
want
added
to
one
earn
more
or
person.
worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't
The
feel
ultimates,
that
I've actually
concerned
never
with
used them.
threats, knives, or even
Ever.
bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that
So
stupid
favorite
trade
attack
unionist
is pretty
claimed
much
after he
the
attacked one
claw.
of us.
I love my claw
Booth and I
attack.
reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some
Yeah, we took out
arsehole will take
Mortimer.
advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave.
Oh, the
That's-
claws are so awesome, though.
That is a new low.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can
Oh, yeah,
access
that's
that
my
forbidden
brunch
area
list.
and remind those
Since they're
bastards
technically
what they
dead
owe.
now.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard
Don't
killed
need
one of
it,
us and received
technically.
retribution. There's nothing else to say.
I was able to go through the entire
And your
game without
conscience is
ever
clear.
needing it.
You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies. Just like
Yeah,
that.
they are cool.
Just
Except for when those other vampires
I'm not
used it
saying
on me,
it's
then I
fair.
got really
I'm
upset.
saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
What happened exactly?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll get an ultimate soon.
One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't
Pretty
drag
much.
for long.
So you have no idea what really happened.
I want to
But you
maximize my
executed
claw
him
skills so
anyway.
bad.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint.
Plus, when you
I heard
fully
he was
upgrade
mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But
the
he left
true
hospital
Dragon
recently.
Bane,
You don't say.
that thing is so freaking
Well, I
strong,
suppose it's good
insane.
news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Okay. Dude, why are you still here? Go! Do your job.
Nowadays, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
That's hilarious. Tom gets to survive.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
Yeah.
Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
No problem.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too. I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all.
But I
But
like
I
her.
like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Dude, then make her not angry or something.
How is it you can keep this place open? This
Thank
part
God.
of town doesn't seem
Go give her a
particularly
massage
safe.
or something.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps,
Exactly.
with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back.
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Yeah, considering, you know, your bar has
I
like 3
see.
people in it.
So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that.
Why don't
Nothing
you
that
go
a few
to one of
wise
the
words
massage
and a bottle of
shops?
gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around
Does
here.
it make you
I'm only
angry?
pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
I think
There's
I'm
gotta be
losing my
something
mind.
can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm
Oh,
much
God,
more
wait.
myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back
It
to
would
the
probably, I
Turquoise
think it's
Turtle
after
then,
the whole
Doctor.
Sean part.
I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
So at the speed I'm going,
Sabrina,
It could
tell
take a
me
while.
about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom.
yeah,
Not
it could
ashamed
take a
of
little bit.
Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my
Oh,
skin.
because I gotta maximize
He hates
these
jokes about us.
frickin'
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always
knowledge crap.
Excuse...
something bothering.
Exactly.
I'm sorry if I worried you.
Because technically it's like, I don't want to hear everything that
Believe
they
me,
have to say
I never
again.
judge someone on their place of birth or the colour of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few.
This place...
We get people of.
So that
Yeah,
your boss...
yeah.
You guys get to live a little bit longer, okay?
Goodbye, Miss
A
Cavendish.
little bit. Goodbye. I need to find people. Who can I... You.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Right. Okay, I don't care your name. Oh my god! These people are freaking lucky.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do.
Sometime.
I just want to...
You seem...
I lost a neck.
I'll go find the necklace. Don't
What can you
worry,
tell me?
okay?
Shit.
Is there no one who deserves you?
Hello?
Well,
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
no. Hate them
Hate them
all.
all. Yes, you did. How's it going?
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Where'd you go? Oh, you're right here. You.
Hello, boy.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing
You
to
have nothing
fear
to fear
from
from
me.
me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't.
Migraine.
I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Trying to think.
Are you alone? Where is your
I
family?
feel like the migraine
I don't
was
have any.
was unlocked
My parents are
after
dead.
the
So
sisters
you have
section.
no home. You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean,
But-
yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
It's hard to remember exactly.
You should
Because I know,
be
like, my
careful.
first playthrough, like, I was going
There are things that
everywhere.
lurk in the shadows of this city.
Like, searching every
Things that
little thing,
prey
trying to do
upon
all
the
side
lonely and the
quests.
desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she
Good luck on the
replaces
night
mother I
vendor.
lost, even if we're not related.
Oh, he's a level 2.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
Oh, I don't have anemia yet.
I'll
Okay.
see you later. What can you tell
Yeah,
me about
migraine
this
took me
region?
a while before I was able
It's all
to
about staying out of trouble.
cure that.
Since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do...
They call me...
Have you ever... What do you...
I listen to...
What do people say about this place?
Things have been...
Oh, dandies.
Do you have a job?
I legit don't want to do relics
hard to
again
work.
tonight.
What with my...
If you get 100%, it just goes into, like, sanitized
So long, Rufus. Be careful.
for a little
Take
bit.
care.
And then the next night you might drop back down to normal when people get sick again. So, like, it doesn't really do too much. Yes, they can still get sick. If lucky, it might stay sanitized for, like, 1 or 2 days.
This is a slaughter. From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
Well, at least I still remember where the friggin' quest stuff is. Seymour.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found
Congrats,
the corpses.
Sin.
The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it.
As a man of science,
Why does there need to be a...
you're not a mindless...
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't...
This
I...
Tell me about your victims.
Oh, I can't wait till I
Who were
can
they? Why them?
kill this guy.
Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times. That's all.
I can't though. His mesmerized
You
level
feel
3.
nothing, do you?
I'm only level 2 right now
No
for that.
empathy for your victims at all.
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
How many?
How many victims?
How many victims?
It's not like
Why
But I'm
is
gonna
your mother
maximize that
protecting
blood,
you,
though.
Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her.
Can't
But can't
the
you
awful
see the
situation?
awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead?
Yes, she would.
She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to
Yeah,
be the one
that's
who ties
his
a knot
mom.
around my neck.
It's true. Oh, look at that. It's almost maxed. Woo! You're lucky I can't hurt you right now, dude. You are so lucky.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Goodbye for now. But I'm gonna go visit your mama. Maybe your mom ain't gonna be so lucky. Hello, lady. Open
Good
the
evening,
door.
madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why?
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you think I want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor.
Yeah, I know it.
This is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Lady, just open the door.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam.
Oh yeah,
Why not
that
help
orphan's
me?
not gonna survive much longer either.
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Exactly. Let a doctor in.
Just grow eyes in the back of that head.
So first thing, I'm gonna steal all your shit,
Easy targets in
and then I'll come back and talk to you. Okay? Loot! Loot! Steal everything! Because this is what doctors do. So, William. Hells yes. Exactly. Wait, she doesn't even have any... Man, I'm not gonna gain nothing from killing her, though. She has no locked box.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door.
Right.
It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Right, right. How smart are you? Oh, snap. You're only a level 2. Well, guess what?
Stella, I know
Let's
you
see
are
if this guy
ashamed
hits.
of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I?
You youngins
Not a
are gonna
burden
go
I could bear.
Bird?
Who's a youngin',
How
oh,
do you
William?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
Don't worry.
The situation will only get worse. Someone has to stop Seymour.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child,
He was a happy child.
and he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor?
Nope. Nope.
Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
Science has only just begun
Get
to
away.
investigate the mysteries of the human mind. Currently, we have more assumptions than fact.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster,
That's hilarious.
and nothing will bring him back.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood,
Yeah,
and
dude,
you know
you have a
it,
taste
don't
for
you,
blood.
Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Did Seymour tell you everything
yeah.
that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Why did he
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his
Well, old lady, your time is up.
demons.
I will help you with the demons. Damn it!
The orphan that regards you
Then
as a
talk to me about
mother,
the orphan
please
first.
tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy.
Why do you have to be such a nice lady?
Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, But I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
I know, right?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory, but it closed before the war.
I'm not a nice
I occasionally
person.
help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad.
It does.
Poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
I bet you he pushed
How do you
him.
pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
I have one more question, lady.
How is life around here?
How is life?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think?
Yeah,
It's a
when you're
cruel law
trying to
of the
be
human
evil, they
condition.
shouldn't have these like melodramatic
And
moments that make you
selfishness
want to
is their rotten
cry.
fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
That's true.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know, but it's most
the
likely
price of
linked to the
being
gangs, if
evil.
you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
She's a little nervous. Goodbye. I'm sorry, lady. I'm terribly sorry. Why do you gotta turn your back to me? That makes me feel worse. Goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Should I have turned my Seymour in? Was my crime to love my son?
Oh, that's so sad. Was my crime to love my son? Aw. Oh, that's so sad. Hey, Rufus! Rufus! We are. Rufus, you're running out of time, dude. You're next on my list because you're homeless.
Don't you think Miss Fishburne is nice to us? But I always have the feeling she's hiding something. For
Exactly.
now, you're still the only real friend I have, Jack.
Aww. He only has a pet rat. Go eat his pet rat. Come on, Rufus. If you're smart, don't open this door. You make me sound like such a bad person.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Good evening. How are you? What do you think of Seymour?
Rufus, tell me what you really think about Seymour Fishburne.
Seymour, he just scares me. A lot. Actually, he scares many people round here, even big fellows.
You mean his brutality is infamous, even in this shady part of town?
He kind of does.
That's impressive.
Yes, sir.
Poor Rufus.
How someone like that can be related to Mrs. Fishburne, but it beggars belief.
The patience of a mother for her child knows no limits. None of us would be here otherwise.
You're right. And I certainly didn't mean any disrespect to the woman who takes
Oh, he's
such
such
good
a
care
good
of me.
kid too.
How come you consider it your only friend?
I found Jack when he was a baby, alone amongst dead rats. Poison, probably. He was the weakest, but he survived. Just like me with my parents.
Like you and your parents?
When I was 8, my parents died in a car accident. Rumour says I didn't get a scratch.
How have you survived?
Okay.
Did anybody take care of you?
I don't have any family left, really. Except for the good Mrs. Fishburne. She's like my family now.
You
Oh
don't
my.
remember the accident?
No, I was little back then. It's been a blurry mess and very quiet in my head ever since.
No doubt, right? I can't. I need his EXP. I will give him sweet, sweet, sweet release. Yeah, how far do I gotta walk? Come on.
So what they said about me was true. I really was Rufus the Curse, destined to suffer until I die.
Oh. Oh. Now go meet the pet rat. I finally get to come in here. Low-key enough. Oh, you can't even! Oh, poor Jack. Oh, poor little guy. Really? Rufus has like nothing? That's kind of a little bit more sad. Man. That's even more sad. Ugh. Oh my.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Murdering bosses!
13. 13.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Ooh, you can melt that for sharks though. chasing me! I don't want to fight you! Exactly. It's the freaking hat. The hat sucks. Like legit. The hat's horrible. Oh shit. Angle. Fucking camera. There you go. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Can you move for a sec, bud? You okay, Bob? Okay, go get some water. Respect the hat. Okay, I need to somehow.
Seems like the guard have pre-warned Sean Harrison's training.
That's gonna hurt!
Ow! A fedora would be really nice.
Crush the leech, boys! Die!
I want a top hat.
Burn it, boys! I'll set you.
Dude, why you
Back in the kill is all you deserve.
You need to have some manners.
Die, face! Snap it, leech!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
Don't like that, do ya?
Kill it!
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top. Dive, man!
Yeah. No! Why you have to fall down? Thank you.
No civilians allowed, sir. Are you stupid?
What did you just say to me?
Burn it, boys!
Yeah, what the hell? What if I am a civilian and like I'm deaf or something? That's not nice. What if I don't speak English? Jeez.
Please, sir.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
I will take a look at yours.
None taken.
What do you
Show
have
me
for
what
sale?
you have.
Technically, I don't even need this shit anymore. It's true, like,
Are you
you
certain
just
you're not lost,
stand in
sir?
there, and then he's all like,
Good evening,
that's
young
it,
man.
just kill him
There's no need to
anyway.
call me
He
that,
doesn't speak
Dr. Reed.
English. An
Why
ass.
try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure
There's always
there is no shame in...
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
Okay. Your choice, kid. Your choice.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's
Later,
alright.
William.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, alright. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you?
I meant no
And what should I...
Dude, be nice. Level 3.
Goodbye.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication?
It increases as
Have
you
we
do the
met
main
before?
story.
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
I'm not sure. It's a possibility. I could be.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh no, I don't gossip.
I don't
That
gossip.
would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
Where's the samurai outfit?
I'm looking for a Sean
Not
Hampton.
today.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall
I
from
forgot.
where.
She doesn't have like anything. Yeah. Oh, there's no point to doing that to her. Oh, and she's got a headache. Yeah.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
You are a lucky lady. You get to live a little bit longer. Well, I mean, they are wearing some pretty epic hats. But
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
it's too freaking funny. It is a nice coat.
Come and have a gander.
The layer on the shoulders. I can't zoom out though. That's the best that I can do. If I can't go any lower. He's cold. No problem. Don't you be judging him. It's cold in London. Oh yes, there's the vampire posters. Goodbye, vampire posters.
It's locked.
Yeah.
I hope the turquoise turtle.
He judged for not eating Rufus earlier. Aw. Rufus had a bright future. Had a bright future.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't know me,
Wow, he's so
Miss
rude.
Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm
She's not
killing
very
myself
nice.
scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred?
Yeah.
Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust
Wow.
me.
Aha.
You speak of strikes and
Oh man, oh
class
man, oh
enemy.
man. I don't
Am
think
I
we're
right
gonna
to assume
maximize
you're
EXP
involved
with
in
this
trade
lady.
union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support?
Exactly.
A few
Like, lady,
nights
you don't know
back,
who you're
I
talking
lost
to.
the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Oh, the
You
EXP
lost
though
your
from the
job
quest.
because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Oh, she's worth 1,100 though right now. You get to live for a couple of minutes, lady.
Well, I'll leave you for now.
I'll be back.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
As soon as I talk to your sister.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Congratulations, I don't really care your name.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which
everybody's threatening me here.
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at
Charm,
Shornhampton Shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I
It's like,
should go back to
I believe it's
place?
charm, spare,
I think you had better stay and help
Or
as
kill.
many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
No.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble.
Can you?
The
Can
sad
you really
saint
run
now
away from
provides
trouble?
me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you
He's not
homeless,
always
Miss
sad.
Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
Is it safe? Is it really safe?
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Yeah, you didn't even really like.
People are still what? You again? What do you want?
Man, you guys are lucky you get to live a
Well,
little
I'll
bit
leave
longer.
you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You found it over going online? Aha! Is that what I needed? Finally.
Glad to see you again,
You
Mr.
don't think it
Reed.
would fit you?
Lottie, tell me about the wet boot boys. I
It's
know
not like a
they've
big
threatened.
jacket?
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed,
He
you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Dog, you shouldn't be happy that
Goodbye,
I'm
Miss
here. You're lucky I'm not finishing you yet.
I know I promised you I'd make everything
I'm so happy you came to the docks.
simple.
Ah!
It's locked, all right.
Hey.
It's locked.
Vampire Diaries. He should call it his memoir. Need to remember everybody that sacrificed themselves for the blood donations.
This must be a picture of the bomb explosion Dyson Delaney spoke of.
Oh, finally. Okay. Give me those freaking hints so I can hurry up and make my choice. You.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
I'm sure you are glad to see me.
Lottie,
There we
tell
go.
me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple.
I do
She
remember
killed her
every
with her
ramen
daily
bowl that I
whims,
had.
her
Because they are
laziness
so
and her
freaking
complaints.
delicious.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave
So
Giselle.
good.
What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
I do. I have to look at the
Giselle
ramen
is
and be like,
the
I'm so
only
sorry, but I
family
must
you
eat
have
you.
Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister
Yeah,
is
that
the
would be a lot to
person I
remember.
understand the least.
A lot.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You guys are running out of time.
You again?
ladies.
What do you want?
I'll show you what I want. Huh?
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors.
It was hell.
It was hell.
Hell?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate,
like
I
your
tend to
hat.
get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You have a bad temper.
You should talk to your sister.
Her hat's fine.
Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that.
I haven't
It
really
was
seen
years
any
ago.
fangs.
We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologise.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Sean Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course, but he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad, like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God, to give ourselves to the Lord.
Oh god. I've never seen originals. Vampire Diaries. I've seen some episodes. My mom really liked that show.
I'm looking for Sean
But I've
Hampton.
never watched like
Can
the
you help?
entire
What is it you
series.
want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness?
Oh my god,
I'm no
lady, I swear to
snitch,
God, you're
Mr.
done.
Fancy Pants.
You are so almost done.
Well,
Almost.
I'll leave you for now.
Like, it's not bad from like
Glad
the
to
little
see
bit that
you
I
again,
see.
Mr. Reed.
Yeah, they definitely don't sparkle.
Goodbye, Miss